If you think about it, at the end of the day, all that matters in motorsport is winning. It doesn't matter if you have the best looking livery, or the best design, or the biggest or best sounding engine. When you don't win, there's not really a point in much of it, is there? There have been many dominant teams and manufacturers in motorsport over the years. Teams like Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren and Red Bull in Formula 1, Porsche, Team Used and Ford in endurance racing, Team Penske in IndyCar. But over the years, few teams have been so mercilessly dominant as All-American racers and their Toyota Eagle MKIII. The Mark III was a culmination of a partnership between Dan Gurney, AAR's owner, and Toyota. A partnership that started in 1983 with a GTU spec Toyota Celica. After winning a championship with a more powerful and faster GTO Celica, AAR made the step up to the GTP category in 1989. The first attempt came in the form of the HF98 and later the HF90. These cars were also referred to as the Mark II. These cars were fast and they endured some success, but they were not without flaws. Cooling issues and lack of front downforce were particularly troublesome. With those flaws in mind, AAR and Toyota began work on a completely new prototype, known internally as a WFO 91. This was a code name for the car that would become the Toyota Eagle GTP Mark III. One of the major differences to the HF98 was the fact that the team did away with the traditional aluminum chassis in favour of an all-new carbon fibre monocoque. As mentioned, the old car's main problems were cooling and downforce. These issues were tackled with a completely new approach to the car's aerodynamics. The cooling issues were cured by a prominent air intake in the nose, which fed the side-mounted radiators through large ducts. The intake also doubled as a front wing. The air that passed over the wing was channeled into the wheel wells, where the spinning wheels would accelerate airflow. This made that wing more effective. While the new front wing cured the front end issues, the vast majority of the actual downforce was still created by massive underbody ground effect tunnels. Now, a new monocoque and fancy aerodynamics are all well and good, but to actually get anywhere, you're going to need power and lots of it. Fortunately, Toyota had just the two for the job. The Mark III was powered by a 2.1 litre 4-cylinder engine that had also been in the previous GTP cars and the Celica. It was fitted with a massive turbocharger, which caused its relatively small engine to kick out an impressive 750 horsepower. Rumour has it that this engine was so powerful that Toyota Racing Development destroyed 4 dynos while testing and preparing the engine. Unsurprisingly, the MK3 was fast straight out of the box, winning 2 out of 4 races it entered in 1991. 1992 was far more successful. Along with a win at the Sebring 12 Hours, the Mark III won another 8 races, confidently bringing in the championship. In response, IMSA introduced a new set of regulations meant to rein in the dominant Eagle. It didn't really work. During the 1993 season, the two cars, piloted by PJ Jones and Juan Manuel Fangio II, won every single race they competed in, including victories at the 24 Hours of Daytona and the 12 Hours of Sebring. It goes without saying, this gave them another championship. After 1993, the game was truly up. A new set of far more strict regulations meant the end for the Toyota Eagle Mark III. But the Eagle will go down in history as one of the most dominant race cars the world has ever seen. In the 28 races it competed in, it won 21 of them. Between June of 1992 and October of 1993, it won every single race it was entered into, creating a 17-race undefeated streak. The Eagle Mark III was so overwhelmingly fast, it still holds lap records at Daytona and Lime Rock today, over 20 years since it last raced. Needless to say, this was one fast Toyota.